Alright, so welcome to Nürburgring. Now, you're wondering why I am doing a video that is not really a car showcase. It's just basically test driving a Tesla, trying to bring it around the track here. So, I made a showcase video, showcasing the Tesla before. I'm fairly certain it was this exact car, and it was not fully kitted out. Now, this time, we're going to Nürburgring, and I'm genuinely curious to see how that battery will last, how fast this car can actually hold up against cars that... So this whole race is an 800 PP race, performance points race, versus this car that is just over the 700 mark. So what I am very curious to see in VR, of course, is... how are we going to do this with the battery life? Can we actually make it 3 laps around Nürburgring without the car shutting off? And if we do get low on fuel, well, low on battery, can we charge it back up? How is this car going to manage to get around 3 laps of one of the biggest races in the world? Or are we just going to be stuck out on the course with a dead car? So that's the big question to answer in this video. So 3 laps around the course, and also this is a very fun track, but it's also a bit of a difficult one. So if I'm not fully talking the whole way through, I'm just going to give commentary. One of the things I do love about this Tesla is you can see basically 360 all the way around you. You can see very well of every car that's coming around. I do believe this is, yes, it is a 4-seater. This is the same model that you would see out on the road. It's very cool that Elon and Tesla allowed this car to be, put into a racing sim like Gran Turismo, and we can actually check it out. We legit test drive it in VR, but just be able to check it out in virtual reality. So again, this is an all-electric. It's not a hybrid. This is a EV. It's an all-electric vehicle. So the first thing that you'll notice is the last video I made in a Tesla, I could not keep it on the road. That was one of the big things. I was like, man, this car, it has so much get up and go to it that it was hard to keep it running. And a lot of people are commenting on that video, well, you need to put a full-on setup on the car. Ooh, I just spun it out. Oh, I did that. Must have caught the guardrail a little bit on the back end. And I will say, now that I actually fully kitted out the car with professional parts, it is handling a lot better, of course. Definitely the power game on this. Like you have a lot of power that you're trying to manage. You just tap on the gas and it is ready to roll, which I think was something that I was very much talking about in the last video also. I am in last place. Okay, this is only the first of 3 laps though. And again, this is a very long race to run through. It's probably going to be a very long video overall. We're going to attempt try and catch up a bit here. I'm definitely still feeling a bit of the, it's just the horsepower of it is, the power game on this. As soon as it gets rolling, you have to kind of hit your brakes on. Again, this is a very tough track to just get around to begin with any car, because there is so many tight corners on it. So we're just under half battery already on this. It feels like a roller coaster ride going through this track. half battery, and look at how quickly we are catching up with these cars. If I can just keep it on the road. That was about 130, 140. We might also have weather conditions too. I'm not quite sure. I mean, this is Nürburgring, so I'm guessing there's probably going to be some weather conditions on the road. I'm going to have to keep track of where the pit stop is. I might need to put wets on this. Right now I got racing softs. Definitely, this really feels like a roller coaster ride, funny enough. Again, the amount of turns and everything that we gotta do. So we're still in 17th. Trying to check the map to see where the other drivers are. It's just there's so many corners, it's hard to check the map. Yeah, we got one up ahead. Again, just dancing back and forth between brakes and gas. Just getting a feel of the car and how to exactly to hit these corners with it. How far through the corner do I need to be to get to swing around? So I've driven Teslas a few times now at this point, a handful of times. And while I don't know if they're the best racing car, they definitely got some speed to them. The only reason why I say I don't know if they're the best racing car is just because you get a lot of slip and slide. But that also has to do with, you know, it is an electric. It doesn't exactly have the big heavy. I am out of... So I couldn't even make it through one lap of Nürburgring before I ran out of battery. 7.5 minutes. Funny enough, 7.5 minutes, almost a 8-minute mark, and that's where the car gave out. I was wondering about it. So, yeah, it looks like that's gonna do it for this race because now I'm having to wait to get around to the pit stop, and then maybe we can check out and see what happens when we hit the pit stop with this thing. Is a charging plug that gets thrown into the car, and that's what they do for Gran Turismo. I've never seen a Tesla in the pit stop because you never actually race against Teslas. Funny enough, again, I wouldn't say Teslas are a racing car. They are definitely an everyday vehicle. It's a different thing. You know, the electric vehicles are definitely a different thing. Now, I will say this though, also hybrids. So there is one hybrid car that I've been actually farming cash out with, and that is actually a decent ride. It was one of the new DLC cars that they had. It is it's got your gas tank, and then you have a little battery icon on there, and you can actually get almost double the mileage on that hybrid. So I would say, over top of an EV, hybrids so far in testing has actually been a pretty decent car. They got a lot of speed, a lot of push, like this Tesla does, but it lasts you probably, I would almost say 3 times longer. So let's fast forward a little bit to the pit stop. Man, that's funny. I couldn't even get past one lap. Actually, I think we're so far away from the pit stop, I don't even think I can get to the pit stop. Maybe that's kind of a rough one. So basically, what they do in Gran Turismo is the reason why I'm still rolling is they give you just enough to kind of keep going, and now it's uphill. But I would be dead on the side of the road, like that's if this was like full on simulation, it would be done. Um, Unfortunately. Yeah, so this is the weather forecast map. I was trying to flip through to see. I can't. I actually can't. It is cool seeing the map and like the tablet and everything in the background though. So I mean, again, it's a cool concept, but unfortunately, yeah, did not last through one map, through one lap around the track. So that's that. I think we might actually end it.